Politics should be a platform for dialogue and progress, not intimidation or chaos, but did things spiral out of control in Choa? You won't believe what happened between the People's Action Party, PAP, and Progress Singapore Party, PSP, during a recent walkabout. Let's dive in and unpack this. On January 4th, a walkabout in Goodview Gardens estate led to allegations of harassment between PSP and PAP members. Ms. Yen Ling, Member of Parliament for Choa GRC, took to Facebook to respond to these claims, calling them a twist of the truth. But here's where things get more complicated. Her account was vastly different from what the PSP claimed. According to Ms. Low, the PAP volunteers were conducting routine outreach when they encountered PSP members. What was supposed to be a typical day of engagement turned into accusations of physical aggression. Ms. Low alleged that a PSP member slapped a PAP volunteer twice, once in a lift and again in the corridor. Can you imagine how that must have escalated? Would you have handled it differently? Her post also mentioned another disturbing detail. Female PAP volunteers reportedly became victims of doxing after PSP members allegedly took photos of them. The volunteers were understandably distressed, sparking questions about how political engagements should be conducted responsibly. Meanwhile, PSP's chairman, Dr. Cheng Bock, didn't stay silent. He responded on Facebook with a very different narrative, one supported by photos and videos. According to Dr. Tan, a PSP female volunteer was intimidated by a man in black who filmed her closely. Imagine how unsettling that must have been. Dr. Tan condemned any form of intimidation, urging everyone to be civil despite political differences. So, who do you think is telling the truth? Both sides have presented strong claims, leaving Singaporeans divided. And the broader question remains, how do we ensure a fair and safe space for political volunteers from all parties? Dr. Tan also doubled down on his commitment by announcing he would join PSP volunteers during their next walkabout in Choa GRC to show solidarity. That raises the stakes, doesn't it? What do you think about his move? Was it a show of leadership or an attempt to garner public sympathy? At 22:30, we believe in giving you the full picture so you can form your own opinion. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Was this a case of misunderstanding or a serious breach of decorum? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy deep dive news like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and share to keep the conversation going.